And they're off Some Beach Somewhere and Shadow Play striding out together. Shadow Play gets a crack with the whip from Dave Miller. Blue Ridge Western trying to stick close from that rail spot as they barrel into the opening turn. Some Beach Somewhere is driving on to the front, and Shadow Play secures the pocket position. Blue Ridge Western is third. Share the Delight a length and a half further back fourth. Dolly came away fifth, followed up sixth by Rudy Rednose. Backing off on the outside, Mystery Chase, who's parked out. Blue Claws eighth at the rail. Liz Finney parked with dull cover. The opening quarter in 27 seconds flat, and at the field is Better Sweet, who is the trailer, and Some Beach Somewhere is in control and in hand on the backstretch. A length and a half clear of the pocket sitter, Shadow Play. Along there in second. Blue Ridge Western on the inside third. Share the Delight following the top trio in fourth. Dolly a length and a half further back fifth. Some Beach Somewhere is edging away now to a 2-length lead from Shadow Play, and it's the Beach hitting the half 54-3. Some Beach Somewhere leads them onto the far turn. Shadow Play is sticking close in that pocket spot. Blue Ridge Western getting towed along there in third with 3/8 to go. Share the Delight on the inside fourth. Rudy Rednose tipped out and underway. On the outside is fifth. Dolly is shuffled back sixth on the inside, then Mystery Chase, Blue Claw, Liz Finney, and Better Sweet the trailer. Some Beach Somewhere still being tracked intently by Shadow Play as the Beach hits the three-quarter marker in 1:22, and they come to the top of the stretch. Some Beach Somewhere looking to pour it on. McDonnell kicks out the plugs, and he draws away to a 3-length lead. Shadow Play trying to rev up and come get him from the pocket spot. Up the rail is Blue Ridge Western. Some Beach Somewhere. Shadow Play on the outside. Blue Ridge Western at the rail. Some Beach Somewhere leads it as they head down to the line. Some Beach Somewhere goes out a champion in the Breeders' Crown, 148-3. Shadow Play second, Blue Ridge Western third, and Dolly was fourth. Kicks out the plugs, and he draws away to a 3-length lead. Shadow Play trying to rev up and come get him from the pocket spot. Up the rail is Blue Ridge Western. Some Beach Somewhere. Shadow Play on the outside. Blue Ridge Western at the rail. Some Beach Somewhere leads it as they head down to the line. Some Beach Somewhere goes out a champion in the Breeders' Crown, 148-3. Shadow Play second, Blue Ridge Western third, and Dolly was fourth. Bob Hollywood Hayden with Winner's Circle reaction momentarily. Andy Grant and George Siegel trackside for the presentation. Mr. Grant, chairman of the executive committee of the Hambletonian Society, and George Siegel of Brittany Farms, one of the most prominent owners in the sport, secretary of the Hambletonian Society. A big hand for the Beach in his final trip to the Winner's Circle, a Breeders' Crown champion. Some Beach Somewhere pays $240, $210, $210. Second, number 2 is Shadow Play, $280, $220. Third, the one Blue Ridge Western, 5 even. 3-2 Exacta, $3.80. The trifecta, 3-2-1, a $1 ticket, $6.40. Congratulations to the Some Beach Somewhere Connections, one of the greatest horses in the history of the sport, Paul McDonnell, raising the Breeders' Crown Trophy high as they celebrate in the Winner's Circle.
We're in the Winner's Circle. Here it is. Some Beach Somewhere. Paul McDonnell, Brent McGrath, and breeder Stephanie here. We're going to talk to Paul first. Paul, the first turn here, Shadow Play was extending a little bit. Take us to the quarter, Paul.
Well, I mean, I had the racetrack immediately, and you know, I was just letting the horses get settled early, and once they did, they got to the rail, I just let them pace on to the front, and the rest was history.
They were following you. Shadow Play was still about a length and a half behind. Were you just doing it on your own there?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you got to respect a horse like Shadow Play. He was on my back the whole way and got good cover, and you know, he's a great horse in his own right, and you got to respect those horses. So I was just keeping him to task down the lane, and he responded. 122
to the three-quarters. You've been there for all 21 career races. What were you thinking in your mind at the three-quarter pole, and what were the emotions hitting the wire?
Well, just, you know, basically thinking, bring me home, buddy. You know, like one last time, and let's enjoy this. And, you know, we did.
There was a full-out sprint there. They were Shadow Play and Blue Ridge Western weren't giving up.
No, I mean, they're great horses. Like I said before, you know, you got to respect them in all aspects. And you know, they showed some good respect to him tonight by in the first turn there. So, you know, works both ways.
Where does this rank on his all-time best efforts?
It's right up there. I mean, there's a couple other efforts that were pretty incredible, like the Messenger and the 46 mile in Lexington was incredible. Last week at Woodbine in crazy weather, he was unbelievable. So it's just one thing after another with him.
The last question I'm going to ask you is the first one I'm going to ask Brent. Did the door to the Horse of the Year open a little bit tonight after the 6th race?
Well, I would have to think he'd have to get a pretty serious look from anyone who watched him there tonight. I mean, he's never won a bad race ever. So, I mean, he's there to be seen. Okay,
Paul McDonnell, thanks so much. Brent McGrath and Stephanie. Brent, first, same question. The Horse of the Year door, was it opened up tonight?
Well, I don't know if it was opened up tonight. The horse has 4 world records before he came here tonight. He's had a world record on a mile track. He's got a world record on a 7/8 mile. He's got a world record on a half-mile track. I mean, he's never won a bad race. He's got a single season's earnings record. I mean, how was the door not open before tonight? I feel bad for Dewey. Dewey wasn't well all week, and he threw a bad race, and I feel bad. If the door got open tonight, I'm not all that happy about it. That's not how we want it. The door open.
But you had sometimes you did the 46 and 4 was on by yourself, but you had some competition tonight. Shadow Play wasn't giving anything away.
Yeah, I mean, it's about 0 degrees in Canada here, or the temperature in Celsius is about 0 degrees, I would guess, and it was 75 degrees there in Lexington that day, and tonight's every bit as impressive a mile as Lexington, I would think. He come home in 26 and 3, and off a half and 54 and 3. I certainly wasn't expecting a mile in 48.
What were the emotions you had when you handed the lines to Paul McDonnell?
I mean, there's mixed emotions. It's been a long summer. I'd like to get back to work, my regular job, and I'd like to get back to my home. But giving up this horse or not racing this horse anymore is not. That's not anything really to look forward to. But there's mixed emotions.
Maybe you can have another 1-horse barn next year.
Yeah, one just a little better.
I'm going to talk to Stephanie now. Stephanie Smith, bred some beat somewhere. I want to know, when did you know? Well, give me an idea. What was he like? Was he a precocious youngster? What was he like?
He was just very impressive. Just anything you did with him, he was just wonderful. Very athletic out in the field. Just a joy to be around.
Did he stand out in the crowd?
Yeah, he did. Just had a presence.
So there was something about him you can tell early on.
Yeah, definitely.
But what about this? You never expected this, right?
You don't ever expect it, but you dream about it, and he's a dream come true.
Okay, I know you wanted to see some beat somewhere before we go. Thanks a lot for breeding him, and a wonderful, wonderful career, Stephanie. Congratulations.
Thank you.